What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so of course today we saw Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, both teams boast the two players considered by most the top two candidates for MVP, which they should be announcing very soon, by the way, the winner of the MVP award this season. If Denver, this game was at Denver, if Denver had managed to win this game, they would have went up 3-1, which is a commanding lead, which would have put them in the driver's seat. And I would have more than likely favored Denver to upset the 68-win Thunder to win this series. But that is not what happened. That is not what happened. The Thunder, who dropped the first game of this series, blew out the Nuggets in Game 2, let a lead slip in Game 3 to fall down 2-1, was able to eke out a 92-87 game victory on the road in Game 4 to tie this series at 2 games apiece. Game 5 will be at OKC. As a matter of fact, 2 of the next 3 games will be at OKC. And this is going to be one hell of a series, man. I still think OKC is probably going to win this series. But considering how close a lot of these games have been, I can't say that for sure. But this definitely helps OKC's case. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did not have a signature MVP performance. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, a majority of his performances have not been MVP worthy this postseason. He had 25 points on 8 of 19 shooting from the floor. He didn't make one single three-pointer in this contest, although he was now 12 from the line. As a matter of fact, the Thunder as a whole were 20 of 26 from the line, which did help to contribute to a certain extent to the victory. Although, if you want to cry about Shai being a free throw merchant and the Thunder getting calls, well, Jokic got 14 free throw attempts. And the Thunder shot fewer free throws. The Nuggets shot 36 free throws, converting on 26, but missing 10 of them. So Shai, in addition to the 25 points, had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals in this contest. Alexander Caruso had 10 points in this contest. Aaron Wiggins had 11 points. And I think it's Kassan Wallace had 11 points in this game. And, if I had saw that OKC only shot 36% from the floor, if I saw that OKC only converted 10 of 41 three-point attempts to just 24% shooting, there's no way that I would have thought. There's no way that I would have thought that they would have won this game. By the way, I take that back. The Thunder actually were 18 of 24 from the line. So the advantage that the Thunder had, or the advantage that the Nuggets had from the line was a lot bigger than I stated. But yeah, if I saw that the Thunder only shot 36% from the floor and 24% from three-point range, I would have thought that the Nuggets would have won by a decisive margin, but that was not the case because as a team, they shot like shit. 31% from the floor and themselves only 11 of 45 from three-point range, 24%. Michael Porter Jr. had another awful game. 3 points, 1 of 7 from the floor, 0 for 5 from 3-point range. Really, from what I've been able to tell, aside from, what was it, the last game when he had 20-some points, I think it was, he's had a horrible playoffs. I know a lot of it has to do with the injury that he's dealing with, but man, to be honest with you, the most consistent performer for the Nuggets this postseason have been Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon hit a big three down the stretch to close the lead to 90-87. He had 15 points, 16 rebounds, 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 7 from 3-point range. Jokic, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Jokic has not been playing well at all this entire postseason. I don't know his shooting numbers offhand, but just from observation, his scoring average is down this postseason, but more importantly, his efficiency is down. He was 7 of 21 from the floor, only 2 of 7 from 3-point range, and he missed 2 big critical free throws down the stretch. Now, he's done a lot of that this postseason, choking at the free throw line. You got to tell the truth here on this channel, man. You know, like I don't, even though some of his fan base gets on my damn nerves, Jokic has not been playing well for the most part in this postseason. He's had some good games, but, you know, his efficiency is way down. I know in the playoffs, your efficiency is going to go down a little bit because you're playing against the better teams, but his has been way down. Russell Westbrook had a shitwater game, and I can't defend Russ in this particular game. He did not play well at all. 2 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. He fouled out. Jamal Murray, 17 points. I think he was only 5 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 8 from 3-point range. Christian Braun had 17 points. I think he shot the ball pretty poorly as well, but he did connect, I think it was 7 of 8 at the line. And the others did not step up for the most part for Jokic. And Jokic himself didn't step up to the level that is adequate for them to get a victory. So now it's on the Nuggets to get a signature Game 5 victory and take control of the series. If not, I think if the Thunder win Game 5, the series is over. I don't see Denver beating OKC 2 games in a row. It could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think what would happen is if the Thunder win Game 5, Denver could win Game 6, but the Thunder going to come out absolutely gangbusters in Game 7 and take care of it. That's what I think would happen. They're not going to let up. They're going to be relentless, and I wouldn't be surprised if they blew the hell out of Denver in Game 7 if that occurs. What else I want to say? Oh, yeah. I'm seeing this excuse popping up, and I saw the commentators kind of hit toward it. I'm not giving them no excuse. So what the excuse that I'm seeing already popping up from Jokic fans and Nuggets fans is, wait a minute. These guys played another game just 36 hours after they played Game 3. That's not fair. So what they're hinting at is, oh, that favors the Thunder because they're a younger squad. That's what they really want to say. Some of them are saying that. Let me say something about that. That's poppycock. Okay? And yeah, I'm a nigga that says poppycock. At the end of the day, when I was growing up, teams used to play still back-to-back playoff games. As late as I know 1996, they were playing back-to-back playoff games in the postseason. Might have been later than that. That's one I could just remember off the top of my head. Knicks Bulls. I remember they're playing, I think it was game 3 Saturday and then game 4 Sunday. So they was playing back-to-back playoff games, and the Bulls and the Knicks were not young teams at that point. The average age of those squads had to be like over 30 at that point. So I don't want to hear this shit about, oh, it's not fair for the Nuggets to play a game less than 40. Man, get out of here, man. They're not going to die. These are well-tuned, conditioned athletes. Did that contribute to some of the shooting problems? Probably. But, you know, you guys never used that as an excuse for when I tried to defend the 90s and their poor shooting. You don't want to hear about the defense. You don't want to hear about the big man clogging the paint. You want to hear about the more condensed schedule. You don't want to hear that shit. But now you want to use an excuse? Nope. Jokic got to step up and play better. Period. That's all it is to it. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. What you guys think?